Y'all, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back here to another live stream, my friends. I hope everyone is having a fantastic day. I've been working on a new overlay here. It's still far from done, but we do have ourselves a new overlay that we are working with here. But what's up, guys? Welcome back. Hope everyone is doing well. We got a pretty nasty night today. I meant to say today, or I meant to say tonight, but that came out as tonight or today. I don't know how I said it. Regardless, tonight, pretty active day. They actually upgraded tonight's risk to a moderate level 4 severe weather threat tonight. So we got a really big concern. Speaking of concerns, we have a warning, severe thunderstorm warning here in effect for 80-mile-an-hour winds and quarter-sized hail here. Let's go ahead and turn on some of these cities here. I did turn them off a little bit ago, so let's go ahead and turn off some of these cities here. Here we go. Perfect. So now we got some cities to overlay. So this is actually crossing through Bismarck. This is up in North Dakota. We have a couple of tornado warnings as well going on here. Pretty nasty storms right now. So Bismarck and Mandan, we're talking 80-mile-an-hour wind gusts here, as well as quarter-size hail. Currently ongoing, regarding this one in particular cell. That expires here in about 43 minutes. So we have a while. But anyways, what's up, Mark? What's up, Evans? What's up, Caden? What's up, Theodore? Welcome, y'all. Hope everyone's doing well. Here, let's take a peek at velocity on these guys. These are pretty strong here. We have a tornado warning. This is a radar indicated threat up by Wilton, North Dakota. We got a handful of other tornado warnings here. We have one up by Marion and Adrian, and Dickey here. You can actually see that rotation right in here up by Adrian. Not too sure I pronounced that one. But look at the hail on that one. 2.75 inches in diameter. That is quite a beefy storm here overall. Up to the north here, we have a confirmed tornado here. This is out by Eccleston and Sanborn. Apparently, this has been observed. Confirmed tornado is located over Sanborn, 13 miles west of Valley City, moving east at 20 miles an hour. Damaging tornado and golf ball hail. So the tornado apparently has been confirmed by weather spotters out there. So we apparently have that being confirmed here. Now, we do have a couple of watches here. This yellow area, these are the tornado watch that we do have in effect here. up across portions of northwestern Minnesota today, central eastern North Dakota, and a little bit of northeastern South Dakota too. In this pink set of polygons here, this is our severe thunderstorm watch here, which includes a little bit of like eastern Missouri, or not Missouri, eastern Montana, a little bit of southwestern North Dakota, and northwestern South Dakota here. So the storms right now are starting to work their way into that tornado watch area. And like I mentioned here, the SPC did pull a moderate today for tonight, which is a big concern, given the fact that it's, a nocturnal threat, which is a big problem. But tonight's moderate includes areas out by like Fargo, by Jamestown. This is up here in North Dakota and Minnesota, sharing between the states. You can see Fargo right in between there. That is a level 4 threat here overall. Now, tornado-wise, we do actually have a pretty large 10% significant risk for tornadoes tonight. So across the yellow here, we do have the potential here of seeing tornadoes, perhaps EF2 or greater. We are talking some big tornadic potential tonight there overall. Damaging winds, we do have ourselves a whopping 45% significant risk for damaging winds here, in which, let's see here, do they mention how strong those winds will be? Look at this, wow. Holy cow, upper peninsula of Michigan wind gusts up to 85 to 105 miles per hour possible along parts of this MCS track. That is pretty strong, dude. Up to 105 mile an hour wind gusts here. Wind gusts between 85 to 105 miles per hour will be possible within this kind of line of storms that's kind of rolling through. Then lastly, in terms of hail, we do have a pretty big hatch risk here overall. Across the brown, a 30% hail risk overall. So definitely got some pretty nasty activity going on tonight, you guys. So please be careful out there. Let's see. What's up, JT? Saying, hello, everyone. I am in Kansas City. Thank you so much for your show and all who contribute. I appreciate it. JT, good to have you here. What's up, Frankie? Hope you're doing good, man. What's up, Tang? Sarah says, when does northern Michigan look like for tonight, please? So, yeah, northern Michigan, regarding the risk, is not going to be until very, very late. So timing-wise, here, let's take a peek at the models here. We'll bring up the HRRR for you guys here. Let's go ahead and hop you all over here to the models here. So for upper Michigan and for areas being, you guys can see the time in Eastern time in the top left here. So we work our way down in time. You can kind of see this long, or this big MCS, this big cluster of severe storms. Once again, that's going to be the main driver for a lot of strong winds and, all kinds of problems here tonight. But yeah, that'll work its way throughout like Minnesota, well into the overnight hours here. It's not really going to reach Michigan. You can kind of see some convection maybe starting very late out there by Michigan here, in which, the line per se of storms would be likely rolling through pretty much mid tomorrow morning. So it's going to be a fairly late, fairly early threat. Just depends on which way you look at it for you up there. But it's not still for a while per se. Right now, the main threat and the main problem is up here across like the Dakotas and up here in Minnesota currently. That's where the main threat is. Let's see here. Will it impact the southeast too? No, not this storm system here. No. So today, across the southeast, we are in a generalized thunderstorm risk here between today and tomorrow. So nothing really too crazy in the southeast. Yeah, this is more of a northern country threat. So obviously today we have this moderate up here. Tomorrow's extension, does go up through the Great Lakes region here. Including like Michigan and some of the Northeast even. Within that threat overall. So. That is definitely something that we need to look out for. Day 3, severe storms do pick back up here towards the plains in the upper Midwest again. This is going to be here for, let's see, today's day 1, Friday. This will be Sunday. This would be out there by Sunday here. So, yet again, more more severe weather will be quite possible here. But we do have several severe storms going on now with several tornado warnings. Do got an observed tornado out there by Sanborn, here in North Dakota. Also out there by like Valley City here. So that is a big concern. So if you're out there, make sure you guys are in your shelters here. Weather spotters have confirmed it, so it is there. So be in your safe spots here. To the south, we have another tornado warned storm. As of now, it's not confirmed. It's radar indicated, but look at the hail on that thing. 2.75-inch hail potential on that one tornado warning there. Then, of course, we have that one tornado warning here north of Bismarck here out by Wilton. This one is radar indicated here as well. Let's see here. What's up, Ohio? Saying, hey, Andrew, good evening. You as well. What is Ohio looking like for the next couple of days? So for today, not really much going on here. Tomorrow, kind of the same thing. You know, Ohio is mostly staying out of the severe weather threat for the next couple of days here. The next 3 days, Ohio is really not much of a concern, except for like Toledo up here in the far northwestern side of the state. You know, we do have that little marginal risk here, but being honest with you, really not much activity is going on within the next couple of days here up in Ohio. So you guys are pretty good. Yeah, the main concern here within the next couple of days is up here across the northern country, up there towards the northern plains, the Great Lakes region here. That's where the main threat is currently at. So we'll definitely look out there for that. Let's see here. Will this storm impact southeast Michigan? Well, I mean, depends on how far southeast you are. For example, areas out there by like Detroit, here for tomorrow, we do have a marginal risk out there, for a little bit of severe weather being possible. So yeah, there is going to be that possibility. What's up, Matt? Hope you're doing good, man. Saying, wow, thank you, Edgar. Yeah, no problem, dude. No problem. And, like I said, guys, if y'all have any questions, feel free to let me know. Like I said, we're here for y'all. Let's see here. Jonathan says, what about Elk City in western Oklahoma? So this is not really much of a threat tonight for you guys overall. Yeah, Oklahoma's pretty clear. I mean, we do have a little marginal on the far western side, but that's more for areas up by like Colorado and Kansas and New Mexico, not necessarily Oklahoma City. So, not just Oklahoma City, but just Oklahoma in general. Yeah, I mean, really not much going on up there for Oklahoma here. Same thing tomorrow and even the day after. Here for Sunday, we do have a little marginal for the panhandle of Oklahoma, which relatively low in concern. Tabletop, no, man, you're good. Let's see here. Can I do the zip code? Yeah, I can do it real quickly for you. It's up in Michigan. Okay, so yeah. So Detroit area, like I mentioned, here tomorrow, we do have that marginal level 1 threat for severe weather. So we'll look out there for that. What's up, Calvin? Hope you're doing good. What's up, Freebird? Saying, hi, Andrew. I have a branch as big as a large tree in my pool from Wednesday's storms here in central Indiana. Big damage, too. Oh, no. I'm sorry to hear that, Freebird. That sounds terrible. Well, I'm really sorry to hear that. Storm Teller says, I'm in Wisconsin, and my area is halfway in the yellow, other half's in the greens. Let's see. Should I be weather aware tonight? So, I mean, yeah, if you're between the slight risk and the marginal, it wouldn't hurt to keep an eye out there for the weather, as there could be potential for, a little bit of strong to perhaps severe thunderstorms. Yeah. I would monitor it, overall. I would keep an eye out there for it. Considering Wisconsin is in a decent risk here for today, we'll have to look out there. So I would remain weather aware if I were you. Let's see here. See you later, Brad. What's up, MD? Hope you're doing good. Ponderosa says, what time is the worst time for tornadoes today? That's a really good question. Here, let's take a peek at the models and stuff here. Like we mentioned now, I mean, pretty much from now on, pretty much is the main threat for tornadoes. I mean, you can see we already do have a couple of discrete cells ahead of this huge MCS that we have going on here. Pretty nice, beautiful couple of supercells going on out there here in eastern North Dakota. But then, yeah, you have that main MCS that's going on out there throughout like Bismarck and some of those regions there. But yeah, the threat here, let's hop over to the models here. The threat's going to carry on, I mean, for several hours. I mean, pretty much from now until, early tomorrow morning is going to be like the main threat here. I mean, it's pretty much already going on here. You can see HRRR here as we approach midnight Eastern time, which would be 11 p.m. local. You can see that main line, still working its way through North Dakota. And you can see, as we approach our way here to like 4 in the morning Eastern time, you can see that whole MCS has moved from the North Dakota region here into Minnesota. So you can see that has expanded eastward. But yeah, no, the main threat is ongoing now, and which will continue to happen for the next while. It's just kind of just a really strong line of storms that's rolling through here. I mean, like we mentioned here, I mean, this thing is really strong. I mean, one of the severe thunderstorm warnings that we have on the storm, this is the one out by Bismarck. We have 80-mile-an-hour wind gust potential here on this cell, which is crazy. 80-mile-an-hour winds, quarter hail, and of course the tornado possible tag here. I mean, that thing is kind of already pushed through Bismarck. I'm sure they're getting me. Look at the velocities on here, though. I mean, wow, dude. Look at that. We're seeing velocities upwards of 100 miles an hour. And you got to think, I mean, we're pretty close to radar here, so we're scanning fairly low. We're not scanning that high. I mean, if this was, like, way far away, it would be one thing. But, no, this is pretty close. I mean, this is only scanning 1,000 feet up. Like, that's not high up at all, really. I mean, seriously, 1,000 foot up? That's pretty crazy. That is, I mean, look at that. Velocity is showing consistent 80, 90, 100-mile-an-hour winds here. Wow, dude. Let me, I don't know if there's any way to turn on reports or anything like that, is there? Still kind of fairly new to this program, so I'm not fully sure if there is. Maybe not. If anybody knows weather-wise and if they can turn on that, let me know. It would be greatly appreciated. But yeah, seriously, that is quite messy. Quite messy. Not seeing nothing on CC. Yeah, they did cancel that tornado warning for the main line here. The pull deck can be fixed. Everyone was safe and good. That's good. Well, that's what really matters. Making sure that everybody is safe and is all good to go. Let's see here. Can I not only forecast the tornado watch? I read 2 comments at once. Can I not only forecast the severe weather, but the extreme heat? Well, the severe weather is more of a main concern right now. Given that it's nighttime, things have cooled off a little bit. Maybe for a video, but this is not really the stream to do that because, I mean, we got to stay focused on the current big problem, that being this set of storms. So, not right now. Could they extend the tornado watch for Wisconsin? It's a little ways out. It is a little ways out. I wouldn't rule it out completely. I mean, I doubt it, though. Yeah, this is mostly in the 2% region. They'll more than likely extend it further into Minnesota within the next little bit, as that whole MCS moves eastward. But yeah, it's hard to say. We'll see what SPC does. I mean, it's totally up to them. What's up, Overbuilt? Let's see here. Do I have a streaming schedule? I really don't. Lately I've been kind of taking a little bit of a break, stepping back for a while, but we're kind of getting back in our groove now. I needed some time to myself and time to do other things. But not really. I mean, I typically like to stream every night. I do, at least for a follow-up stream, and severe weather streams kind of hit them here and there, But yeah, not really a full-on schedule as of right now. Looks like we have a 3-day break coming up before storms return. Everyone stay safe this summer. It looks like a rocky one. Oh, yeah, by the way, happy first day of summer, y'all. I forgot to mention that. Stay safe out there, Freebird. Is there a possibility that the storm models could change direction at all, too? I mean, given the fact that we're right up on the storm here, I mean, it would be a little bit more unlikely. But, you know, it's hard to tell, really. It really is. I mean, it's pretty much unlikely because, you know, the models have really got a good grasp of pretty much what's going on tonight. So, how often is for an enhanced or moderate risk to happen in June? It can happen. It's not as rare as you think it is, but it's not super common either. It's not super common. I mean, severe weather, you know, of all magnitudes can happen at any time of the year, really. It's just more common during the early months, you know, throughout like March, April, May. Going into June, typically severe weather starts to, you know, dwindle down a little bit as the atmosphere has pretty much, you know, come to more of an equilibrium. But yeah, I mean, it could really happen at any time of the year. It's not super common, but I've seen it happen. What's up, Wendy? Some of the models are showing that the storm might die in like the afternoon. Some are saying the capping inversion happened. Storm will die before the afternoon. Yeah, I mean, it looks like from the HRRR that a lot of the main stuff is going on like now upwards until a little bit after midnight here. So hop on over here to the HRRR. You can kind of see that. We do have the main line that kind of just pushes throughout, like, you know, up there in northern, or up there in North Dakota. Then it cuts through Minnesota here after a little bit after midnight. Line still carries on throughout the night. Works its way up here towards like the upper side of Michigan here fairly early. It could fall apart a little bit, but yeah, the worst of it's kind of happening now. So. What's up, Wendy? Welcome. Welcome. What is this? Oh, no way. They added composite? Well, this is new. Sorry, I'm just now noticing the update that they've added to this program. I did not know they have composite reflectivity. Well, I'll be darned, dude. That's pretty spiffy. Anyways, there's a new big warning that just got issued here. 80-mile-an-hour wind gusts. Let's see, your quarter hail. That's pretty crazy, dude. Yeah, just make sure you guys, like I said, are staying safe out there. And if you're in the path of this, a little bit of good advice. What I would give you is like make sure you bring in anything that's loose outside. Like bring it in. Because you don't want your stuff to go flying, really. You really don't want your stuff to just go all over the place. Is there a way I can turn up the radar a little bit? Hold on. Yeah, let's turn up that radar just a tad. It's kind of buried behind those watches. Looks a little bit better now. So yeah, as of now, there's no tornado warnings on the main line, just mostly straight line winds. But we do have those two supercells. Starting to get some more convection developing up there to the northeast of those two big supercells. Northern one up there by Valley City area is still observed. Radar indicated for the one out by Marion. Oh, I spoke too soon. There you go. There's a new tornado warning in effect here for the main line northeast of Bismarck. This is, let's see here. Is this mostly rural? Yeah, mostly rural areas. This is, mostly over rural areas of south central Sheridan and northeastern Burleigh counties here. Let's see here. Oh my goodness. Freebird, thank you so much for the $10, my friend. Freebird coming in with a $10 Cash App donation. Thank you so much for that. That's really sweet of you, my friend. Y'all, please give Freebird a big thank you for the support. Thank you for that, Freebird. Helps out a lot. I appreciate it, my friend. Here, let's pull velocity on these guys. Ooh, yeah, look at that. Please tell me that'll miss Valley City. Dude, Valley City needs to be in their shelter, like, ASAP. Kind of looks like it that rotation might just remain south of Valley City. But with that being said, though, still we need you guys in your shelter. There's still likely to be strong winds with this here because they're kind of heading into the forward flank downdraft here. Could definitely be some large hail with that there, too. Yeah, look at that. That's your rotation right there. Do not see any debris. But that could change very quickly. And plus, this thing has been observed. Ping pong ball hail 2. Weather spotters confirm the tornado. Holy cow, dude. They upgraded the Bismarck warning now to 90 miles an hour. I mean, I really can't say I'm surprised because I'm not. I mean, just look at the leading edge of this, guys. Dude, this is just nuts. You can see that on the main heading of this, I mean, you got to think, this is not that high up either. This is about maybe 1,000 to 2,000 feet up. Dude, man, this is like... Most of this line is at least 60 to 70 miles an hour wind gusts, but then you have a few pockets that gets up like possibly nearly 100 mile an hour winds. I mean, that's just ridiculous. What is our D-cape out here? That's something I want to know. Here, let me pull up mesoanalysis real quickly. I didn't have time to set up a mesoanalysis view, but oh wow, okay. Well, our D-cape here is pushing 14 to 1600 joules per kilogram. That is a lot. That is quite a bit. I mean, our instability here is over 3,000 joules per kilogram here. Effective shear is over 70 knots, dude. Wow. It's kind of hard to see skew T's because I have my dark mode enabled. It's a little difficult, but you can... I mean, look at that fat cape, though. You see that? There's your parcel path right here, this black dot. Black dotted line, and then there's your temperature in the red, and your dew points here in the green. You can just see how much cape there is here. Look at that veering column, too. It's our hodograph. Ooh, wow. That is pretty spicy. No kidding. We'll keep on removing that. Here we go. Yeah, D-cape is like 1,300 joules. And, you know, especially given how strong, like, our lower-level jet and stuff is, or at least our mid-level jet and whatnot. I mean, that's pretty serious. Goodness. All right, let's go ahead and minimize that for now. Yeah, I mean, like, no wonder why, dude. No wonder why we're having such strong wind gusts here. I mean, whenever you have, like, D-cape values and, you know, parameters like that, I mean, that'll do it. These supercells are called prefrontal. Yeah, they are. I mean, because they're ahead of the main line. Yeah. We do have a new cell trying to take off here. Up there by Mayville. Y'all see that satellite up above me? There's your two supercells right there. Boom, boom. Both of those guys. Goodness. What's our flooding outlook today? Let me pull up our flooding risk here real quickly. Whoops. Got a slight risk. Yeah, nothing super wild. Okay, they still observed on that tornado warning here. Weather spotters confirmed that tornado. Also, ping pong ball hail on that one there, too. Why am I making fun of the fat cape? Because there's a lot of it. That is a fat sounding. Holy cow. Yeah, that northern MCS here is starting to kind of buckle, too. Sometimes up north, on the top side of the MCS or a line of storms, you can get buckling. Yeah, there's your bit of velocity tightening up there. Is this radar? Yeah, radar indicated as of now. Like we mentioned, I think this is mostly rural areas here. Yeah, mainly of rural areas of south central Sheridan and northeastern Burleigh counties. If that rings a bell to any of you guys. Dude, look how big these severe thunderstorm warnings are. I mean, dude. This one's for 90 miles an hour. These are destructive storms. Hazard 90 mile an hour wind gusts and quarter set. Let me see if I can bring up the EAS here. Or not the EAS, but the weather radio here. I don't know if they have any up in this area. Hope they do. Oh, we do, apparently. Bismarck has one.
I'm extending from 7 miles southwest of Winch, 8 miles southeast of Sterling to 7 miles southeast of Hayden.
Is that too loud? Is that good?
Expected hazards include 90 miles per hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail.
There it is.
This is a radar-indicated threat. The following impacts are expected. You are in a life-threatening situation. Flying debris may be...
I mean, these are like tornadic-like winds, dude.
Mobile homes will be heavily damaged or destroyed.
Jeez.
Businesses will have substantial roof and window damage.
Yeah, trailers, not a good place to be in a storm line like this. I mean, yeah, I mean, if you're in a trailer, you need to go, like, somewhere else. Regan.
Remain alert for a possible tornado. Tornadoes can develop quickly from severe thunderstorms.
Let me turn this down a little bit.
Spot a tornado, go at once into the basement or small central room in a sturdy structure.
Y'all, is the audio good?
Storm lines can produce brief tornadoes.
Let me know if it's all good.
Though a tornado is
Oops.
not immediately likely, it is best to move to an interior room on the lowest floor of a building.
All right, so once again, everybody, Valley City, we still do got that tornado warning here observed. We have 13 minutes left on this one. Ping pong ball hail.
Southeastern North Dakota.
Got a new warning coming in here. Let's turn it up a little bit. It's a new warning of some kind. I don't know if that's one of those severe thunderstorm warnings or not.
The National Weather Service in Bismarck has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for Wells County in south central North Dakota.
Is it this one here?
In south central North Dakota. Southwestern Pierce County in north central North Dakota. Eastern McLean County
Sometimes they'll come across the radio before they show up, actually.
in south central
Because radio is really quick.
North Dakota. Eastern Oliver County in south central North Dakota.
Wow, look at that rotation there, dude.
South central North Dakota until 10:45 p.m. Central Daylight Time. At 9:44 p.m. Central Daylight Time, severe thunderstorms were located along a line extending from near Toll Harbor to 4 miles north of Washburn to 4 miles west of Wilton, moving northeast at 55 miles per hour. Expected hazards include 70 miles per hour wind gusts and
This one's moving
quarter-size
east at
hail.
70.
This is a radar-indicated threat. The following impacts are expected. Hail damage to vehicles is expected. Expect considerable tree damage.
I think it's this one
Wind
down
damage
here,
is also
up by
likely to mobile homes,
northern
roofs,
South
and
Dakota.
outbuildings. Locations impacted include Harvey, Washburn, Underwood, Wilton, Turtle Lake, Fessenden, McCluskey, Stanton, Drake, Anamoose, Riverdale, Wing, Goodridge, Mercer, Hertzfield, Coley Harbor, Martin, Butte, Regan, and Bowdoin. Intense thunderstorm lines can produce brief tornadoes and widespread significant wind damage. Although a tornado is not immediately likely, it is best to move to an interior room on the lowest floor of a building. These storms may cause serious injury and significant property damage. A tornado watch remains in effect until 3 a.m. Central Daylight Time for South Central and North Central North Dakota.
There you go.
A tornado
Dude.
warning remains
Almost
in effect until
1400
10 p.m.
DK.
Central Daylight Time for South Central Sheridan and Northeastern
Alright,
Burleigh
let's turn that back
counties.
down, y'all. I just turned it up so you guys could hear the warning pretty well. Yeah, dude, it's getting bad out there, y'all. Please just be careful. And if you're ahead of these lines here and they're coming at you, I would heavily advise you bring in anything you can before the storm hits. You know, anything that could easily be thrown around because, you know, these storms are of a different nature. These are not your normal lines of storms here. These are a different breed, in which they are much more aggressive. I mean, they might not look too much different than, you know, a typical line on radar for at least reflectivity. But you can really see that bowing segment though. You know, those bows, those MCSs can really cause a big problem. So just make sure that you are watching it and not ignoring it. And if you're in a trailer, it would be heavily advised that you go somewhere else because trailers are not really good. They're not really good at you know, protection or whatnot. All right, let's check up on this velocity real quickly. Once again, velocity is not as crazy as it was a minute ago. It looks like that velocity is kind of unwinding. But warning's still there. Need you all in your safe spots, okay? But it does look a little better. At least for that cell. Yeah, the one south of Valley City is still quite strong. Still no CC drops. I think Valley City's really dodging a bullet here, but we still need Valley City to be in their shelters. I mean, you can see right in there. That's where your rotation's going on at. That's pretty serious. The one to the south is a little hard to see. Radar's pretty far away from it. I mean, we're talking, about 7,000 feet or so. Not quite ground data. A little bit higher up. Still relatively lower level, though. It also doesn't help that you have this big fat nugget of a storm in front of it. It's not always the best. Holy cow, man. Dude, we're having like 60,000 foot echo tops on these things. So storm tops. So this is not true how tall the storm is, but it is how tall that precipitation is basically being scanned. And it's showing around 60,000 foot. So these are very tall storms. Very tall. The clouds likely go above because radar does not detect clouds. It detects the precipitation within clouds. which, yeah, like I mentioned, cloud tops are likely higher above 60,000 feet. I mean, we're probably pushing 65,000 feet or so. I mean, these are really, really tall storms, super tall. I mean, like, how tall is that? Let's see here. So let's do like 65,000 feet. That is roughly 12 and a half miles up. That's how tall it is. Roughly about 12 and a half miles tall. I mean, that's huge. That is a big storm. Interesting. We're not dropping super a lot of rain, which is good. But it's definitely coming down pretty good, though. Like, once you're in the storm, you'll definitely notice it. Wow. Jeez. Yeah, that's some different wording there from the Weather Service. I mean, that's, like I mentioned, these, like, they're saying to seek shelter with these lines, which, I mean, yeah, whenever you have like 90-mile-an-hour wind gust potential, yeah, you do need to be in your safe spots, because that's almost like, that's like tornadic like wind speeds, like straight line winds. That's this guy right here. Y'all can read it if you want to.
Debris may be deadly to those caught without shelter. Mobile homes will be heavily damaged or destroyed. Homes and businesses will have.
By the way, here's the areas, guys, for that 90-mile-an-hour wind gust storm.
Locations impacted include Bismarck, Mendon, Lincoln, Wilton, Hazelton,
That's not it, is it? Hold on a minute.
Sterling, Regan, St. Anthony, Driscoll, McKenzie.
It's probably this one here. Yeah, this is it.
University of Mary, Huff, Crown Butte Lake, Moffett, Lake Harmon, and McDowell Dam Recreation Area. A tornado watch remains in effect until 3 a.m. Central Daylight Time for south central North Dakota. Remain alert for a possible tornado. Tornadoes can develop quickly from severe thunderstorms.
So as of now, it looks like mostly straight line winds. That northern tornado warning here, I expect to expire soon, because a lot of that rotation we had earlier has definitely kind of subsided a bit, which is certainly good. But they can recycle, so don't just ignore it. Ooh. Tornado. All right, so this is still ongoing here.
In south central North Dakota, Logan County, the severe thunderstorm warning for northeastern Mercer County is canceled. The storms which prompted the warning have moved out of the warned area.
Ooh, buddy. So the one for Valley, or south of Valley City here, is still warned. They did extend that warning here. 1.75-inch hail here.
A severe thunderstorm watch remains in effect until 10 p.m. Central Daylight Time for south central North Dakota. A severe thunderstorm warning remains in effect until 10:45 p.m. Central Daylight Time for Wells, Sheridan, southwestern Pierce, eastern McLean, northern Burley, southeastern McHenry, and northeastern Oliver counties. At 9:55 p.m. Central Daylight Time, severe thunderstorms were located along a line extending from 6 miles east of Coley Harbor to 7 miles south of Turtle Lake to near Wilton, moving northeast at 55 miles per hour.
Alright, so I got some pretty good news. This does appear to be mostly heading out of those main popular areas like Bismarck, which is certainly good.
Wind damage is also likely to mobile homes, roofs, and outbuildings.
But y'all, we're probably gonna roll off here for now.
Washburn,
Wanted to hop on here for just a little bit with y'all, do a little bit of coverage, kind of let y'all know just to be careful tonight, because yeah, there's definitely some pretty nasty storm activity going on out there.
Bowdoin, Manfred, and Chatherley.
But once again, everybody, thank you all for joining. I appreciate it. You guys have a wonderful rest of your night. We'll be back tomorrow, though. We'll be back for more updates and stuff. So definitely make sure that you guys are just staying weather-aware tonight, and we'll keep you guys updated tomorrow with everything and what to expect and everything. But you guys be careful. Have a wonderful rest of your night. Y'all take care. Be careful out there. And we'll see you guys in the next one. All right, peace out, everybody. Thank you for joining. Catch you on the next one.
In south central North Dakota, Logan County in southeastern North Dakota, northeastern Emmons County in south central North Dakota, western Stutzman County in southeastern North Dakota, until 10:30 p.m. Central Daylight Time. At 9:40 p.m. Central Daylight Time, severe thunderstorms were located along a line extending from 7 miles southwest of Wynn to 8 miles southeast of Sterling to 7 miles southeast of Hazleton, moving east at 60 miles per hour. These are destructive storms. Expected hazards include 90 miles per hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail. This is a radar-indicated threat. The following impacts are expected. You are in a life-threatening situation. A severe thunderstorm warning remains in effect until 10:15 p.m. Central Daylight Time for East Central Sioux and Central Emmons counties. At 9:58 p.m. Central Daylight Time, a severe thunderstorm was located 9 miles southeast of Prairie Knights Resort.